Buenos días, buenas tardes y buenas noches. Donde sea que estés en este momento, esto es El Momento. And I am your host, Eleanor Orrillo. Welcome back. I missed you all so much last week, but I was super busy and knew that if I produced an episode, it wasn't going to be the best it could be. In other news, today is the last episode of our Hispanic Heritage Month series. So without further ado, let's get started. In today's episode, we are going to be talking about the education of Latinos in America. Now, why am I talking about this today? Well, last week, the reason I missed releasing an episode was because my family and I took a trip to go visit a university, as I am now in my junior year of high school. A really important factor for me when it comes to deciding what college I want to attend is what the Latino population at that school looks like. Oftentimes, it's not very dense, and in today's episode, we are going to be talking about why. Latino students make up nearly 28% of public school enrollment in the US, a number that continues to grow. However, despite their significant presence, many face considerable challenges that can hinder their educational success. One of the primary barriers is language. For many Latino families, English is not their first language. This creates obstacles in communication with teachers and navigating the school system. If the family lacks the ability to advocate for their child cannot grow. Now, this is in no way the family's fault. It's just the way the system is built. Additionally, research shows that Latino students are less likely to be enrolled in advanced placement courses compared to their peers due to this initial setback. This discrepancy limits their opportunities for college and future careers, creating a cycle that's hard to break. But it's important to recognize the resilience within the Latino community and the efforts to support students. Organizations like Latinos for Education are working to increase the number of Latino teachers in schools. Studies suggest that students perform better academically when they see role models who share their cultural background. Representation matters. When Latino students have teachers who understand their experiences, it fosters a sense of belonging that can significantly impact their motivation and success. Community involvement is another vital aspect of improving educational outcomes for Latino students. Many families may feel disconnected from the school system, not out of apathy, but due to barriers like language and lack of resources. This disconnect can prevent parents from engaging in important conversations about their children's education. Alongside this, there is the aspect of tutoring. I personally am a part of the program Educational Justice, which works to connect middle school students with high schoolers for once-a-week tutoring sessions. When I signed up for the program, I personally hoped to connect with a Latin student because I could relate to them on a more cultural level and I would be able to show them that people from similar backgrounds as them can become successful. You just have to be willing to put in the extra work. Systemic change is crucial to address these challenges. Advocacy for bilingual education, equitable funding for schools that serve Latino populations, and community support initiatives are vital steps in ensuring that Latino students have the opportunities they deserve. I personally am a little hesitant on bilingual education as instead of making a student feel included, it may increase their feelings that they are different from their peers. Now, that doesn't mean that schools shouldn't have bilingual resources, but they shouldn't isolate these kids. So, what can you do? Get involved in your local community. Support organizations that focus on Latino education, volunteer your time, or engage in conversations about these vital issues in your schools and neighborhoods. The reason so many families move to this country is out of hope for success, not only for themselves but also for their children. Let's help them take the first step so we can truly see how powerful an education can be. Thank you so much for listening to this week's episode. Remember, if you're listening to us on YouTube, make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video. If you're listening to us on Spotify, go ahead and click share and answer our Q&A down below. As always, I am your host, Eleanor Orrillo, and this has been El Momento. I'll see you next week.